The imani i2 Plus Pro, the world's first breast pump with only 2 parts. Is it NipNook approved? Let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome to NipNook, your mom community online. Again, I'm Mommy Rachel and I am the founder of NipNook. Here we go beyond quick reviews and surface level talks. We talk about honest recommendations, in-depth reviews, and real conversations about the ups and downs of motherhood. If you just joined and you're new here, welcome. And if you've been with us from the start, thank you very much, Mama. NipNook is where we share, we connect, and just to remind each other that we're not alone in this motherhood journey. For today's video, we are going to do a comprehensive review of the imani i2 Plus Pro. So just to set your expectations and before we do the unboxing, the review, this video is not sponsored. However, the single imani i2 Plus Pro was gifted to me by imani during the launch of this breast pump. So thank you so much. Now that we've unboxed this breast pump, let's talk about what we love and what we dislike about this product. Alright, so number one, my favorite part is that it has fewer parts to clean and replace and sterilize. So there are only 2 parts now. It's only the cup and the funnel, so there are no more valves, no more rings, or small pieces to worry about. So that's number one. The second that I love about this breast pump is that the cups are safe for UV sterilizers, steam sterilizers, and also you can boil them for 3 to 5 minutes. Number three, this pump is relatively quiet. So you can actually use this, or it's ideal for when you have meetings, when you're outside. It can be very discreet, or you can also use this when the baby sleeps. Number four, one of the things I really love about imani is that consistently they have strong and but gentle suction. So this is also not different from the rest of their breast pumps. They have two modes still, which is massage and breast pumping, each with 5 adjustable levels for both comfort and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you moms, but for me, I love that there are only 2 modes, and it just makes things simpler, right? You only have the massage and then the breast pumping, or which is to express milk. So that's one of the things I really love about this brand. One of the biggest pros of this breast pump is actually the battery life. And when you first receive your breast pump, it will take about 3 to 3.5 hours to fully charge it. But the battery performance is very good. It's actually excellent because for one full charge, we were able to test it and use it for 10 to 11 times. And that's about 20 minutes per pumping session. So actually, even if you buy like one piece of the imani i2 Plus Pro, imagine using this simultaneously when your baby latches on the other side, and you can use it for about 10 times. So that's really an impressive improvement compared to the other wearable breast pumps. Alright, so what I love about this breast pump is that it also has its pause function. So for example, you are expressing milk and you're on the breast pump mode. All you have to do is just press the same button and it's going to pause. It also does the same for when you do it during the massage mode. So just press the same button and you can also pause the massage mode. And then the next pro that I really like, there are some LCDs that are not really bright and it can be inconvenient, especially when you're pumping at night. Sometimes you need to use your flashlight or your phone to check on the settings. But for this LCD, it is actually very bright. So these are the this is what the LCD looks like. Ayan. And it shows the battery, the timer, and also the mode very clearly. And the next thing I love about this pump is that it has a 2-year warranty. Now, I don't know about you moms, but it screams efficiency, it screams competence, and also bang for your buck. So when we say 2 years warranty, like a lot of breast pumps actually have just have 1 year warranty, but this one has 2 years. And let's be honest, like how long do we really pump? You know, or how long do we breastfeed in general? So when we have babies, usually the mark is 2 years. So imagine having the peace of mind that when something happens to your pump, you have the support and the warranty coverage for your breast pump if there is something that happens. One more feature that I like about the i2 Pro is that it also auto shuts off at 20 minutes. Now, I know that there are some moms who, prefer to pump longer. But just for me, like whenever I pump, I only pump for like 20 minutes because as an enougher, I usually want to have leftover milk for my baby. So 20 minutes is just enough time. But that doesn't mean that you cannot customize your settings for the i2 Pro. You can still customize it or adjust the session length from 10 to 40 minutes in 5-minute increments using the plus and the minus buttons of your pump motor. Okay, next is the memory function. Now, when you use your breast pump and when you turn it off and then you use it for your next pumping session, it remembers your last pumping settings for convenience. Okay, the last pro that I have is that it has a frosted bottom design. So if you compare it to the clear S10 cups. So these are the cups. And this is just a small detail, but I don't know why, but it's just, for me, it hides the scratches, especially when you place it on the surface. It tends to get scratched often, so that's why I like this detail. The S10 cups personally show the wear and tear more easily compared to the one that's frosted. So now that we've talked the pros or what we love about this breast pump, let's talk about what we dislike or some opportunities that will, probably help imani improve in the future. So number one, the cup does not have any flange cover or any spout cover. If you notice, the S10 cup has a flange cover and it just prevents spilling, or siguro when you're in a hurry, it will just prevent accidental spills. The second one, if you have an imani breast pump or imani cups, in general, these parts are very different from the ones before. So your spare parts like the valves, the funnel, they are no longer compatible with these. So if you decide to get the i2 Pro, you are investing on a whole different set of cups for your breast pumps. So now that we've talked about the pros and the cons of the Imani i2 Pro wearable breast pump, let's talk about our NipNook rating. How are we going to rate this breast pump? So before we go to the metrics, just to set your expectation, the price category for this is mid-range. If you buy the single, it's $6,999 as per the Rustan's website. So this is just the single i2 Pro wearable pump. But if you go to their website, the i2 Pro double wearable pump with a dock is 13,950 pesos, which is considered luxury. Now this motor actually goes with the iBox Pro wearable and hospital grade breast pump. So there is an option for you to use it as a hospital grade breast pump and an option to use it as a wearable breast pump. Now let's go to the NipNook metrics. So for ease of use, which is the convenience of using the pump plus number of parts to wash, assemble, and sterilize, I would give it a 4-star. 4 out of 5, and I know that I've talked about the biggest pro about this is that it only has 2 parts to wash, assemble, and sterilize. So something that's big for me personally is that the spout cover. As a mom, there will always be moments of mom brain or accidental spills, or just you're distracted, and a lot of times, like for me, I am on the go. So the spill or the spout cover is an important factor. For it to be a 5, I think what's lacking in this breast pump in general is also the ability to probably connect it to an app. So to make it more convenient to use or to add to the ease of use, then navigating it on your phone or maybe through an app can help with the usage as well. Second, the ability to carry it around or to move with it is the next metric, which is the portability. So I have no issues with the portability of this breast pump. I've used the imani i2 Plus before, and it's kind of the same concept. When you have a wearable breast pump, it is a good way just to pump without the hassle of the tubes, of the or being stuck in an outlet to pump your milk. So I would easily give it 5 stars. And also when I travel, the dock for me is very important because it secures, it safe keeps the breast pump in the dock itself, so that kind of serves as your storage as well. So I highly recommend to get the dock if you don't want to purchase the iBox Pro. Next is the customer service. So for imani, I really have not encountered issues with imani as a brand as far as customer service. So whenever I review their breast pumps, it's always a 5 for me. Like their response time, their ability to replace, to troubleshoot products is really quick. And I always share this story. Before I was in Manila, I forgot my cups. And so I messaged them and said that I needed to pump. I needed to pump already, so they sent me spare cups within like 30 minutes to an hour, and they also added free breast milk bags. So that's really something that you don't get from all of the brands, all of the companies, especially as you get big. So for me, it's very important to find a brand that will give you peace of mind as far as customer service. So 5 stars for imani. Let's talk about lifespan. So lifespan is the durability of the breast pump, the battery, and the availability of spare parts as well. So for lifespan, and I already mentioned this earlier, but for this breast pump specifically, there is a 2-year warranty coverage, which is the entire timeline of most breastfeeding moms. So if you want to pump, you have that peace of mind that your breast pump is going to be covered for 2 years. And aside from that, as for the battery, I've also talked about, it's one of the biggest pros of this breast pump is that for one full charge, we were able to test it and use it for 10 to 11 times, which is 20 minutes of pumping session per use. And that's an excellent battery life for a wearable breast pump. Now, the spare parts and the availability, for most pumps, you have to use it for, or you have to replace the parts every 3 to 6 months, 3 months if this is your main pump. But the parts are available on their website and as well as other apps. So for lifespan, I would give it easily 5 out of 5 stars. Nothing really to complain about. And whenever we rate the lifespan, we take into consideration the previous breast pumps that we have tested and reviewed coming from the same brand. And for imani specifically, personally, we have not encountered a lot of issues. Most of the time when we test pumps from 2 to 4 weeks, we rarely reach out to them for problems about their motor, the battery, or the breast pump in general. So yes, 5 stars for the lifespan of this breast pump. After talking about all of the NipNook metrics, it's time to do the overall NipNook rating for the imani i2 Plus Pro. So for us, this breast pump is 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yay! That's actually considered NipNook approved. So 4.5 out of 5, it means it's highly recommended, it's worth the purchase. And something that I now ask is whenever I do products, now that I'm 7 months pregnant, is this something that I will buy for myself when I give birth? And the answer is absolutely. So I will even invest in spare parts just so when I'm on the go, I have multiple parts that's easy to wash, assemble, and sterilize throughout the day as well if I'm at home. But yes, this is NipNook approved. This is something I highly recommend for all the moms out there. And I'm even considering buying the iBox Pro for my hospital grade option. If you are considering to purchase the imani i2 Plus Pro, I have a discount code with imani that's 500 pesos off of your purchase if you use my code, which I'll flash on the screen. That's imani NipNook. Get that discount, and it's only valid for 30 days and only valid if you check out at their website. That's imani.ph. So if you decide on purchasing, you can use that voucher code upon checkout. If you encounter issues, let me know. And that's the end of our review. Thank you so much for being with me today, mommies. I hope that you love the comprehensive review that I have for the imani i2 Plus Pro. If you have questions, feedback on how we did on today's review, please let us know. Leave a comment, or you can also send us a message on our social media channels. Thank you and bye.